Hello there guys, LuchGamer64 here, and today I've got a brand new storytime video for you guys. This time I'm going to be talking about the 3 times that I had to train people at my job. Now, they're various stories, depending on the 3 people that I trained. One guy was 16, one guy was 17, and the woman was 36, I believe. And before we start off this storytime video, I would like to say that at my job, it's not a very desirable job. You have to have a certain skill level for it. There's a lot of running around, there's a lot to do, there's a lot to keep track of. It's not a desirable job for most people. But it is a simple job once you get used to it, and that's the thing that you kind of have to understand. If any of you don't know, I work as a dishwasher at a local diner that's near my house. And very cool place to work, very fun, very cool co-workers, everything like that. But the job is not the most desirable job in the world. And people come in thinking that, oh, it's dishwashing, it's going to be simple, it's going to be easy. And it's really not until you get the hang of it. So, generally what happens, we'll get these younger kids that are around my age, 16, 17, 18, that come in looking for a job, they get it, and they're only there like 2 or 3 weeks, basically the training period, and then an extra week, because they don't like the job, or they can't handle it, or it's too hard, or they don't realize how much goes into actually dishwashing. And that's the thing that most people don't get. All 3 of these people that I trained are no longer at my job. So, without further ado, let's get into the story time. The first guy that I trained, I'm just gonna name him Aaron. Aaron was an extremely lazy person. He didn't want to do anything. He did not like the job. Even when he started, he didn't like it. Like his first day, he hated it there. He didn't like it. I'm pretty sure that his mom, who is a server there and still is, and she's a great waitress, by the way, I think she pushed her son into the job, and he did not like it at all. And you could tell, like, he had a very, very poor outlook on the job and the whole place in general. And he would do everything slow. He would wash dishes slow. He would fill up the sink slow. Like, he would set it on a slower setting to fill the sinks up slower. He did almost everything wrong purposely to try and not work, and that really pissed me off when I was trying to train him and he just wouldn't do what I was telling him. He was stubborn as all crap. And one night I was trying to train him. Like, this guy was in training for a month. We were trying to get him prepared for the normal job, and he was not getting it. He was not happy about the job. He didn't like it. He did not want to be there. So it was either the second to final night that I tried training him. I wasn't training him the entire month. We have a few other dishwashers. They were trying to train him. Everyone was trying to get this guy to do what they wanted. So, about maybe the second to last, or maybe the last time that he was ever trained and ever worked there, I just set him on prep, which is basically where you either pick up fries, put them in a bag, and weigh them out to 8.5 ounces or pounds or whatever it is. I can't remember right off the top of my head. But you basically package fries, or you slice potatoes for home fries. I had him slice potatoes. He literally sliced 1 potato every like 3-4 minutes. That is unacceptable. Like, if you're that bad and you don't want to be here that bad that you can't slice potatoes, you need to leave. You can get 3 potatoes done within 10 seconds, easily. And it took this guy 3 to 4 minutes to do 1 potato. I mean, that's bad. So eventually, we ended up firing him. He didn't even quit. His mom wouldn't let him quit. He got fired. And that's one of the few people that we've ever had got fired there. Since I've been working there, there have only been 2 people that got fired as far as I know. Well, once we get to the girl, there'll be 3. But other than that, I don't really have any more stories on Aaron. Now, moving into the next guy, I'll name him... Let's see, I'm trying to pull a name out of nowhere. Let's just name him Brian. Let's call him Brian. Brian, he was enthusiastic about the job. He was a very upbeat person. He was very happy, very enthusiastic about the job. And the first night, he rocked it. I told him what to do. He got right on it. He was washing the dishes. He even got some prep done, which was awesome. And then after he was done training, he worked about a month and a half. And then he started missing shifts, like half shifts. He would come in like maybe hour, 30 minutes late. And we didn't really know why. And then there was one day he asked me to cover for him. I had something going on that night, which, unknown to him, I had to make a few videos for you guys. And obviously I wasn't scheduled to work, but I wanted to still make videos for you guys. So I told him no, I can't. And he just stopped texting me. The next day after that, he texted me again. Hey, my grandpa's sick. Can you cover for me? And I said, wait, was he sick yesterday? No, he wasn't. Well, I don't know, I kind of have something going on today. And I didn't, unknown to him again. But I found out later that he lied to another dishwasher, and possibly me, saying that to me his grandpa was sick, and to the other dishwasher that he had to take his dad to the airport. So he was either lying to both of us, or one of us. So that was a little strange. And then one day, I went to the movies, came back home with my mom and dad, and we were making dinner. And I got a call from one of the head cooks, and he's like, Jordan, we need you in here. Brian just quit. Earlier that day, he had texted me if I could cover for him. And he told me straight up, hey, I'm drunk. I need you to cover for me. Keep in mind, this guy is 17. He was drinking when he was 17, knowing he had to work that night. And then he texts me if I can cover for him. I told him, no, you can cover it. You got drunk, cover it. And he quit. As far as I know, he never came in for that shift. And we actually had to get someone in there like ASAP. We had a cook do dishes. And, yeah, he just quit. He couldn't do it. He was drunk. He was drunk on a day he was supposed to work. He knew he had to work. It's just mind-blowing to me. So, moving on to the girl. We'll just name her Sharon, I guess. I don't know. Names are popping in my head. Sharon was pretty enthusiastic to work. Pretty good. When she came in, she was a little slow, which that's expected. I mean, first-time dishwashers are probably gonna be slow. So I was trying to help her out, trying to teach her all this stuff. And it so happened that this day, our hot water heater, broke down or stopped working for the day or something like that. It didn't want anything to do with any of us. So we had to go over next door to the bar and get some hot water in these big, Menards buckets to take them over to the diner and fill the sinks. So what Sharon ended up doing, I sent her over to fill up 2 buckets, and she dropped both of them in the in the parking lot. Yeah, she dropped both of them in the parking lot, spilling water everywhere, and wasted a crap ton of water. We had to go back and fill those 2 buckets, and in that time, we were slowly getting busier. More dishes piling up, having to get water over to the bar, her dropping those 2 buckets, the sink's almost filled. I mean, it was chaos at that point. She dropped those buckets, everything broke down. We got busy, we barely filled the sinks in time. She was slow that day, and every day, as you guys will come to find. But that day was just a disaster. And not to mention that she had to go home early because she was washing a knife and she cut her hand. She cut, like, across her, like, the underknuckle or whatever. I'm gonna call it the underknuckle. She cut, like, across her knuckle. And she had to go home early because it wouldn't stop bleeding. There's no way. She would have gotten everything bloody. There was blood everywhere. Like, on that sink, on the side table thing where the dishes sat. We did clean it, don't worry. We cleaned everything. But, she had to go home early. She stuck me with a whole what is it called? A whole bin of dishes. A bunch of dishes that were on the side table. She stuck me with all of that. She stuck me with all of it. Her first day of training, she got hurt and had to leave. That was mind-blowing. I have never seen anyone do that. But it's kind of okay because she didn't mean it, obviously. I mean, but that's bad. I mean, that sucked. And then the other day that I had to train her, now, this woman is a little slow. I mean, she's not, like, fully mental in a way, but she was a little slow. She really sucked at the job. I would tell her to do things, and that's all she would do. Literally, if you told her to wash plates, she would only wash plates the rest of the night. She wouldn't wash anything else. So you had to give her multiple commands at once, like trying to command a Pikmin to do several things at once, but they just can't do it. So you're trying to tell her to do all this stuff, and she's doing like one thing at a time. And crap, what am I trying to think of again? Yeah, I told her a special way, or not a special way, the proper way to clean a greasy pan. I told her to get the sponge like soaked in soap, get hot water running, get some hot water and soap on the sponge, and then just rub it down as hard as you can to get all that grease out and everything. She just set it down in her water to soak, eventually took it out, put it in the sanitizing water, and set it out to dry. And I saw her do this. I was in the front clocking out. It was the end of the night. It was like the last dish that she had. And I went back over to her and I was like, "Did you do what I told you?" She said, "Yeah, I did." I felt the pan. I grabbed the handle of the pan, and that thing almost slid out of my hand from the slipperiness of the soap and mixed with the grease, and it was still wet. That thing almost slipped out of my hand. So I put it back over on the side table and I said, You're going to need to wash this again." And I think that she cleaned it the right way. I didn't actually see her do it. But I think she cleaned it the right way. And then at the end of the night, we always have to sweep and mop. And I told her to mop. Keep in mind, this woman has an extremely narrow one-track mind. She didn't sweep at all. All she did was mop. Food everywhere. Like, during the day, the kitchen is going to get dirty with stuff being chopped, sliced, potatoes being cut, fries being put in the bags, everything like that. Stuff is going to get on the floor. Food is still all over the place on the floor, but yet it's mopped. I'm sorry to say, but this woman was kind of an idiot. I mean, sweep before you mop. It's a very simple process. Yeah, but I guess that's people for you that come into a diner thinking they can do the job but can't. I will probably have I will. I'm sure there's something that's going to happen. I will have a follow-up video to this on Friday because I'm training a new girl Tuesday and Thursday. She is 17. Her name is... No, I'm not going to say her name. Let's just call her Hannah. I'm going to be training this girl, Hannah. She's 17. She is a teenager, so not sure she's going to be into the job. If she's not going to be into the job, who knows? But I will definitely have a follow-up video for you guys on Friday. Storytime part 2 of the dishwasher quadrilogy now. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this story time of the 3 characters that have been in this video, hopefully they don't know who they are. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a giant like, and remember to keep on gaming. Stay amazing, and I will see you guys next time.